Hello, my name is Caitlyn Hume, and I am applying for the summer internship at the Primate Rescue Center for the summer session of 2017. I am born and raised in Garrett County, Kentucky, which is only about 25 minutes away from the rescue center, and I have my entire life always wanted to work with wild animals. From about the age of 4, I've always said that I wanted to be a zookeeper whenever I grew up, no matter if that meant scooping up elephant poop for the rest of my life. That's just always what I've wanted to do. Let's see. I work at Hibbett Sports for a living, even though it's not related to the career field that I want to go into. It's just a job that I have to get me through college. I am an assistant coach there, so I work at least 30 hours a week. But I have a lot of responsibilities, and I've been there for 3.5 years now. I'm also a senior at EKU. I am an animal studies major, which I'm sure you all know much about since you have all kinds of animal studies majors coming through your way. And let's see, I'm not currently involved in any major extracurricular activities at school just because I am so busy being a full-time student and a full-time worker. And that was just my dog in the background. Let's see. I want to work with primates because they are very intelligent. I've learned so much about them in school, about their intelligence and about how alike we are to them and how we can see so many similarities in them to ourselves. And I also think that they are just these beautiful, beautiful creatures, and that they are so mistreated by the animal trade and by movies and the film industry and everything like that. And I love your all's mission statement to help eradicate them from the pet trade. Let's see. And have I worked with wild animals before? No, unfortunately I have not, just simply because I am so busy and have not had the opportunity to. But I really hope that this could be my fresh start and my first chance to get to do this. Let's see. I want to intern at the Primate Rescue Center specifically, not only because it's very close to home, but because I've heard so many wonderful things about you all. I've talked to a few people who have volunteered or interned with you, like a girl named Andrea, and asked her how her experience was, and she says that she loves doing it there and that it's a really wonderful program and that she really loves the work that she gets to do there. And I really think that I would too. Let's see. And it would be a wonderful experience for me getting to work with wild animals, as I hope to one day work in a zoo or a sanctuary like your all's, or anything in that field really. Let's see, have I applied to other internships before? No, unfortunately not, because I haven't been able to make time for them in my busy schedule. But I'm at the point now where I have to have co-op hours to be able to graduate, and so I'm hoping this will fulfill my co-op hours. And so I would need 3 credit hours, which would be 80 hours a credit hour, which is 240 for my full 3 credits. And that's how much I would be working for the 20 hours a week for the 12 weeks during the summer session. And I would not need to be living on the site because I do live so close, and I do have a car, so I will be able to provide my own transportation to work. Let's see, in 5 years, well, that's kind of a hard one to say, but in 5 years, I hope to be in my desired career field, wherever that may be. I'm not sure if that means I'll be here in Kentucky, or if I'll be in Florida or California, or maybe even in Africa, a different country. I'm not sure, but wherever I am, I really do hope that I am in a career field where I'm working with wild animals, not so much doing research on them, which is really what animal studies is geared towards, but hopefully more of a caretaker type position, because that's really what I'm striving for. Let's see, what is the most boring task I've ever done? I would have to say the most boring task would have to be documenting, just writing reports, things like that. I haven't had to do a whole lot of that in my past jobs, but I have done some of it, and that's got to be my least favorite part. I like interacting with people, and I like cleaning and everything else, but I think writing is the one that I don't enjoy the most. Not saying that I'm bad at it, but it's the one I enjoy the least out of all. Let's see. Do I prefer working alone or as a member of a team? I'm fine with either. If I'm confident in the task that I'm handed, then working alone would be just fine, or working with the team. But if it's something that I'm new at or something that I need to learn, I would prefer to start off with a group and maybe work my way to being alone, or I could just work with a group the entire time. Either way, I'm flexible and I could do either. Let's see. What do I do in my spare time or my hobbies? I like to read books, and I like to walk my dog that you saw, and I like to go to the gym because I love to try and stay healthy, and of course I like to spend time with my friends whenever I can, which is a very limited amount of time considering, you know, full-time college and work. Let's see. What makes me angry or happy? I think making me angry would be untidiness. I'm kind of a little bit of OCD, and so in a working environment, I like things to be in their spot where they're always supposed to be. And my pet peeve is whenever people are inconsiderate of that and they just pretty much put everything wherever they want it to be, because everything has a spot and it needs to go in that spot. I like organization. I think organization is key to running any establishment or any working atmosphere. You need organization beyond all compare. And something that makes me happy would be smoothies, laying out on the hammock in the sunshine with my dog, going hiking. I like to be adventurous, so I like to experience new things, whatever that may be. I love to travel and go all over the place. That's about it. Let's see. 12. Pets. I have a dog. He is a Pomeranian mix. I'm not sure what a mix of, but his name is Bentley, and I've had him 5 or 6 years. He was free. My granny just called me one day and said, "You want a dog?" And I said, "Yes." And my parents weren't super thrilled about it, but I have him and I love him to death. He's my world. I also have a cat named Cinnamon. He was born in my basement. I had his mother and his grandmother, so he is definitely part of the family, and he is going to be 12 years old this year, and so we've had him for a really long time. He's real special, real close to my heart. I had a pet fish when I was younger. His name was Rainbow. He was a betta fish. He lived for like 9 years, which is uncommon for betta fish. And I also had a little miniature turtle who was about yay big. And he lived for a while. He lived for probably about 5 years. And he didn't get real big, but he had to stay in a little tank in my room and everything. But he ended up dying of something. I'm not sure what. Okay. What are 5 adjectives that would describe my personality? I would have to say I am honest, and I am loyal and caring. I'm very punctual, and I am dependable and adventurous. Let's see. What would be my favorite part of the Primate Rescue Center internship? I think learning from the staff would be my favorite part, getting to hear all their experiences and how they really feel about the field that they're working in, and how the field is affected by the government and by the public and everything else, and how it all comes together. Because that's really what animal studies has taught me, about how everything is so integrated. It's not all about just one thing. It's not just about the animals, but it's also about how the people view the animals and how we incorporate them into our lives. And I think that's really important. And so I really want to gain this experience by learning from the people who are already working there, from the full-time staff who work there. And my least favorite part would be, of course, not getting paid for the internship, but that's okay. I understand that not all internships are paid, and that you are a nonprofit organization, and so there's not a lot of money to be handed out, but that is completely fine because I am dying to get the experience. And lastly, do I have any concerns? I do not have any concerns about the job. I'm confident in myself that I will be able to do the job easily and effectively. I really don't have any concerns besides scheduling, but we could talk about that. I would be working both my Hibbets job and the internship during the summer, but I'm positive that I can make it work. And that is it. Thank you so much.